Now, in the previous lectures, you have understood about the concept of OOPS, that is object-oriented programming. You have also come to learn about what are classes, what are objects, right? And the relationship between classes and objects. Now the time has come that we should get down to some practical work.
This video is brought to you by Appy Pie Academy.
I am going to write down a small simple program which will be using classes and objects in Python. Okay, I have already created this project with the name objects classes. Press the right mouse button, go to new, then go to Python file, give it any name. I'm going to give it a short name cl1 something. Okay, so let's create a class. The syntax goes like this. First we will write class, then whatever name you want to give to your class, this could be any name. I have given numbers, followed by colon. Okay, when you will press enter, as usual, you might have guessed indentation will take place automatically, because now whatever I am going to write under this indentation, that will belong to the class numbers. So a is equal to 100, b is equal to 90. Now a and b here are instance variables of the class numbers. We can also call them member data, or we can call them properties. In Python, the properties word is used more commonly. Okay, so a and b, these are two properties of the class numbers. Now I will remove the indentation here at the blank line, because I want to work outside the class. Now we are outside the class. Here I would write something like obj is equal to numbers parenthesis. Now what it is going to do is, it is going to create an object of the class numbers, and name of that object would be pobj. So this is how we create an object in Python. Pobj is equal to numbers. Pobj is just the name of the object, which could be anything, is equal to name of the class, whatever it is. In our case it is numbers. An object of the numbers class would be created, and that object is pobj. Okay, as you know, an object consists of all the properties, that is all the instance variables of a class. So this pobj will consist of a and b, the two properties of this class. This pobj is a combination of a and b. This is an object. Okay, now suppose I want to print the values of a and b here. So what I will do is print a is equal to, will be printed as it is, a is equal to plus s. Then I would write pobj, name of the object, dot a, plus, in order to go to the next line, slash n. Then I would write b is equal to plus and str pobj dot b. Okay, now I would explain this line. In the print statement, what I am writing is a is equal to will be printed as it is because of being within double quotes. Then I have used plus concatenation symbol in order to concatenate it with the value of a, but I will have to use str because a happens to be of integer type and b is also of integer type. These two properties are of integer type. So you are already in the know of these things, that we are supposed to use as str if we are using concatenation symbol and the variable happens to be of int or float type. So pobj dot a. Now what is this syntax? I want to access, I am outside the class, I want to access this instance variable a, property a. So what I am supposed to do is to write the name of the object that we have created, then followed by dot. Dot is used to access the properties and methods of the class, then name of the property. Okay, slash n will take you to the next line. B is equal to, being within quotes, will be printed as it is. Then str pobj dot b. Again we have used str to convert it into string, to convert b into a string. Then pobj dot b, again the same syntax has been followed. Pobj is the name of the object, dot is the access operator, and b is the property name. So this is how we can access the members of a class outside the class. Let me execute this program by pressing Ctrl Shift F10. Okay, this is our output. Yes, A is equal to 100, B is equal to 90. Now, suppose my requirement is to access these properties A and B to print their values, say, within the class and not outside the class. Right now we are outside the class. What I will do is I will create a method. Method means function. So I will reach this indentation so that the method belongs to the class, and I am going to write syntax wise def. Then let me give some name like show or something, and I will explain about self. Okay, let me copy this print statement. Okay, Control C, this Control V, and now the difference is, see, we cannot access POBJ object in the class. Right now we are in the class. Why we cannot access it within the class? Because POBJ does not belong to the class, even though it is an object of this class, but it was defined outside the class. So POBJ is local to this location. It cannot be accessed by the class. So here what I am supposed to use is self.a, self.b. That's it. Always remember, whenever you want to access a member of the class, a property, or for that matter a method of the class, you are supposed to use this self. Let me tell you, this self name is not fixed. It could be any name, and it would be within the parentheses of the method that you are going to use. Now, what is self? Self is actually a reference to the class. So when you write self.a, you are saying that I want to access the property A of the class I am working in. Again, I repeat it. Self is simply a reference to the class itself. This name could be anything, ABCXYZ, but here also we will have to change ABCXYZ, whatever we have written. Okay. So I would be calling this method, and how I would call. Now again, I am outside the class. I would write POBJ, name of the object, dot show. That's it. POBJ.show. Control will go into the show method. Self has to be written here. Then A is equal to str, self.a plus /n plus b is equal to str self.b. So always remember, self is to be used when we want to access a member of the class within the class itself. Now let me execute the program. Control Shift F10. Yeah, this is our output. So this was a simple program which demonstrated how we people can have properties, that is instance variables, in the class, and how we can have a method also in the class.